Morning, lovelies. I hope you're all well. Just realised my hair's a bit crazy. I'm having it cut on Friday. It's got a bit long and a bit wild. That is not what I came on to talk about, my hair. I came on to talk about how and why my 𝔻𝕬𝔼𝔼𝔻 sessions may be different to other practitioners. And I know that we're all different and we're all unique and we bring our own energy to this work. But I've seen quite a few clients recently who have been to other practitioners. And we don't really talk about what happened, but I have had feedback that because my sessions are a whole day long, so sometimes my sessions are actually like 8.5 hours now, and I don't really put a time limit on my day with people. We always start at 10 and we kind of finish when we're finished. And that is one of the things that I have had feedback around being different in the way that I work. But also something that I'm able to offer my lovely clients when I work with them is a different level of insight. So all practitioners spend some time talking with their clients before we actually start the hypnosis work. My talking bit is normally about 4 hours long because I dig really deep. We talk about why someone's with me, we talk about their whole entire life, and then we talk about the questions that they've brought with them, questions they're gonna ask for information of their higher self. But the part at which I feel is different around what I offer in my sessions is when we do the talking bit about somebody's whole entire life. Because I am lucky enough to be able to connect with my intuition, you might want to call it, and obviously we all know that I have guides. So I am able to, when I work with somebody, I'm often able to see and create very unusual connections between what they've been through in their lives and how they're feeling on the day that they come to see me. And I've said this many times before, a lot of my clients have ongoing therapy. You know, a lot of people that I see are already seeing a therapist, a talk therapist, which is brilliant. It's amazing to be able to reach out and do that. It's very important. And I never say don't do that. And I never say stop seeing your therapist. You know, it's all important work. But because I am not committed to the boundaries that a traditional psychotherapist would be committed to, it just means that I can offer information in a slightly different way. And it's really incredible the amount of people that I sit with. And when I'm listening to them talking about their whole lives, I can literally see these, what could be considered to be quite unusual connections around the things that they've gone through in their lives and the behavioural patterns and the belief systems that they have adopted in order to survive. And I feel like there's a number of reasons for this, obviously because of my intuition, working with my guides, but also what I think it's important to kind of like understand is that when there's no time limit attached to talking about your entire life, you can be in this amazing flow state of just offering and sharing information. And I feel like when you get into this flow state and the information just comes out of you, often there's a big part of your higher self that's actually you're speaking from. And often in this flow state, you're not connected so much to your conscious mindset, which is incredible because it means that the boundaries are already down around how much you're willing to share. And I see this all the time, and often, you know, when we finish the talking bit in our sessions, my clients often say to me, oh my God, no one's offered me that insight before. No one's seen those connections that you've just shared with me, and I really get it. And it's so important for people to have the information. And you know, this is something that I say a lot, that I really believe that information is healing. You know, when we get that deep level of understanding why we are who we are today, why this aspect of us is in existence, how we got to be the person that we are, you know, through the relationships, through the experiences, we adopt these ways of being, thinking, believing, and all of these aspects of us get joined together, and then we just understand ourselves to be the one that we are today. And sometimes I feel like we're willing to accept that far too easily. You know, if we don't feel good today, there's a reason for it. If we're experiencing depression, anxiety, upset, regular frustration, regular anger, physical body pain, we're not in a good place. And once we understand how we got to be who we are today, that in itself, without the hypnosis part, without the really deep shifts, reprogramming, deeper beliefs coming up, the conscious mind gets an opportunity to have information. And then after the session, that information gets put into place. You know, my clients go away and they process and they think about and they reflect on all of the conscious work that we've done. And it's so valuable. I get emails all the time after my sessions of people saying, oh my God, I never realised that in my past had affected me in the way that it is. And now I understand that, I can start to acknowledge it, be aware, and understand how I can change. And this is it, you know, 𝔻𝕻𝔼𝔼𝔻 is making change, positive change to our lives. So I'm not suggesting for 1 second that other 𝔻𝕻𝔼𝔼 practitioners are not doing an amazing job. I know they all are. It's just that today I wanted to offer my USP. I hate sales stuff because I don't feel like if you're offering something that people need, you don't have to sell it. But people often talk about what's your unique selling point, what makes you different. And so I feel like this is something I wanted to share, that this is what makes me different. The fact that I use a lot of my psychic and my intuitive gifts to be able to offer people a different level of insight. So I feel like maybe that's for my client today. I'm waiting for my lady today. She's coming from London, and I can't wait for this session. As always, I'm sure it'll be mind-blowing and full of lots of crazy multi-dimensional stuff. So I hope that you're enjoying spring. I don't feel like it's sprung as much today. Yesterday I feel like spring had sprung, but it's raining here. Anyway, who cares? I hope you all have a lovely day. If you need any help, if you want to reach out, if you want to know more about 𝔻𝕻𝔼𝔼, drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Sending you lots of love as always.